Sports.net as the fighters are getting ready to come on down to the ring as we get the second half of this card started here in Burlington, Vermont. An entertaining first half of the card and 6 more fights on tap, including 3 championship fights.
And I got to tell you, Rob, this fight had me worried from day one. Connor's a good guy. I think he's training pretty hard. He slimmed down quite a bit. I mean, he's down, I believe, at the spring brawl event, which ended, it is not Rob Bisa, it is Connor McKenna. He was about 260 plus. He's down, I know, amazingly enough, he's down in the 230s. But Garrett Moldoff is just a scary, scary man, and we will see when he gets in the ring.
Connor McKenna, Team Mad Coalition, stepping into the ring. He was one of the fighters earlier today, about 45 minutes to 50 minutes before doors open here. In the ring, kind of bouncing off the walls, getting a feel for it, so you can tell he's the type of competitor that's locked in.
And he's pretty, I mean, he feels pretty confident. I've talked to him a couple of times, including earlier today. He's confident about what he's going to do. We're going to see, though. Moldoff is a different kind of guy. He's a different fighter. Now, Connor's had 2 big fights recently, both against Matt Provost. And Matt Provost is a very similar guy to Connor. Similar weight style, similar height. But now you're dealing with a guy, a legitimate 6'6 plus, cut-up guy with some skills both with his hands and with his feet.
So Moldoff coming at you from Death Roll MMA. Contrasting physiques, as you will see, once Garrett Moldoff comes down the runway. You know, you kind of look at a guy like Connor the Irish Warrior McKenna, and you know, you wonder to yourself, especially against someone who might be a little quicker and faster. Obviously, in the heavyweight division, you're not going to get a lot of quicker and faster, but how much conditioning might play into this? And
exactly. I mean, look at it. I mean, this is a big dude. I mean, you're looking at him right now, and you got a guy over there trying to put a little Vaseline on, check him all over, and he's reaching up to get to him. And I mean, I understand Lucien Benway over there from Output Fitness. He's not a real tall guy, but man, Moldoff is a beast.
So Moldoff is 6'6", and he is every inch of that 6'6". This isn't Sports Information Director tacking on an extra inch just because.
Tall and weighing in at 267.4 pounds. With a record of 2 wins, no losses, and 1 draw, and representing Team Mad Coalition, here is Connor, the Irish Warrior, McKenna!
Connor, the Irish Warrior McKenna, announced to the crowd at a svelte 267 and 5'10". He's got 2 wins against no losses.
At 245 pounds, with a record of 2 wins and no losses, and representing Death Roll MMA, here is Garrett Moldoff.
2 wins against no losses, so barring another draw, someone's walking out of here with their first MMA loss, and just wondering what kind of styles we're going to see here. As here from the Memorial Auditorium, the referee checks all the judges at ringside, have him touch up in the middle.
Oof, that is a huge height advantage here.
As this second half of this card is underway between Connor the Irish Warrior McKenna and Garrett Moldoff.
Oh.
You have to imagine that
now this is what Connor has to do.
You got to figure he's going to try some power punching as well if he can get in close and swing from in close with a heavy cement hammered arm.
Absolutely, and Moldoff is just pounding the side of his head, pounding to the body. Connor's just going to try. He's trying to lift him to get him down, but Moldoff's got a pretty good base there. Great underhook right here to try to get Connor off his legs. It's just beating on the ribs right now.
And this is also a case with the cage, and a stiff left right to the jaw of McKenna delivered by Moldoff. Moldoff trying the rights now. McKenna trying to duck out of the way.
If McKenna had any other skills than throwing, a knee earlier would have worked. Oh, that's just nasty.
Couple of knees, and he's got him by the back of the head. Now a right cross, pardon me. Don't think that connected. The left did, though.
Ducking in is not going to help your cause.
Heavy knee, John, to the side of the head, and McKenna's hanging on. Now he takes a right and eats it. Now a left.
And Bradshaw's, remember, this is Bradshaw in the ring. If he thinks it's going to be over.
Trying to throw an elbow to get out from the side of the cage as McKenna's in trouble.
And if he doesn't do anything to defend himself, Bradshaw will stop it. If he just sits there and takes the shots, it's over.
And that knee was the final straw as Moldoff is backed off. He'll get the victory. As the first fight out of the intermission ends quickly with a stiff right knee to the ribs by Garrett Moldoff to go to 3-0.
Garrett Moldoff is the real deal. It really was not a good matchup for Connor. It's just pounding away. You can see the shots. Oh, that elbow is big. The knees, though, and you can see the difference. Connor was a one-trick pony with the punch. I can punch, and Moldoff, knees, kicks, punches. He's all over him.
And that holding of the head right there was really the big problem. He was able to just kind of pull McKenna back in and connect with the points of the knees. And that one to the side of the head really staggered McKenna, and that was kind of the death blow in this match.
Amazingly enough, from Death Roll MMA.
Death Roll MMA.
He's a guy that's going to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. There's no doubt about it. You've got to have more skills and size to be able to take it. You can't just be a big guy with him. He's got multiple skills.
2-1 now for Connor, the Irish Warrior McKenna.
This fight has come to an end in the first round by ref stoppage. Winner, Garrett Moldoff!
Did not get a time on the ref stoppage, but it was about midway through the first as we have another stoppage and another fight ending in the first round. Seek and destroy in the background from Metallica, and that's exactly what Garrett Moldoff just did to Connor McKenna.
Absolutely. That was pretty impressive right there. You got to give it to, you and I talked about this. We talked about it on the air. I talked about it with you off the air. It was a fight that I really had some concerns with, just from the ability. We're seeing it again here. You can see, first off, Moldoff, not only is he a big guy, but look, he's pretty slim for a big guy. He can move around. He's got the punches. He knows what to do when he moves him into the cage. He takes him, he holds his arms, holds the back of his head. Now he's going with the knees. I mean, that is perfect execution of a game plan. If a guy covers up, you grab the back of his head, you bring him down. Connor made a mistake of ducking down, making it even easier to bring the knees up.
And that one was the one that really ended it, the one to the side of the head. Once he backed him into the corner, he does eventually